It's about damn time the guardsman voice gets heard. We're gonna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, my voice, your voice, and the imperial truth. I like it. And we're gonna talk about the good in the beginning. So, first off, this is an amazing paint job. I think the paint job looks great on this model, minus the skulls. The skulls just kind of look like they were painted and washed. But this mini looks great. This paint job is great. It almost looks like they used metallic paints, but used it in a style like a non-metallic metallic, and it looks really good. And I'm going to keep that in mind. Perhaps I'll go ahead and try that. Now, when it comes to the weapons, some of you guys are saying that it looks ugly, unrealistic. Visually, they make no sense. Right? They do not make any sense at all. But I still think they look cool, and it reminds me of something that we would see in Dark Souls. And am I biased on that? Yeah. But there were some that was a good point. Mike in 40K, these are from the Discord. The 40K Angron model is such a beautiful beast, but this new one is interesting in that it shows him in the end of days of the Horus Heresy. It's a great mix between the 30K and the 40K Angron. But time will tell, I still don't think it'll be as popular as the 40K model. And we see the 40K model, I think it's over here somewhere. We actually have a book art from Black Library of Angron during the Horus Heresy, and I think he looks a lot more like the 40K one than this new Horus Heresy one. I mean, just look at that. It looks just like this one, pretty much. And also, he's huge here. We have Custodes here. And then in this new one, I think it was this one, he's not nearly as big as depicted in the book art. The next one is from Sevatar. This model actually looks like Angron. He has a pre-demon model, so how could they frack up the 40K model of him so much? Anyways, this one is recognizable as Angron, and thus I like that. The paint job is most quietly nice and gives a nice glimpse in how the updated pre-demon Angron could look. I agree, I absolutely love this paint job. Someone said, but Nezar said the nails in the 40K model are front and center, lending a lot more weight to the torturous nature of these things wired into his head. As we see, it does. On the 30K Angron, he looks like he went to a reggae concert last week. I can see that. I still like it though. I still think it looks like it's kind of a part of him. And they still look forced, especially in this upper part of the head. Some of you guys were saying that the face is just meh. And I still would say it looks very intimidating. But it does remind me of this. Further, what we really need to focus on is this Mach 4 Blood Angel boy right here. This boy right here is absolutely beautiful. I love the paint job. I love the chunkiness. I love the shoulder pad. I love this flag. I want these. I'm more excited about this mini than I am the Angron model. This one was summed up pretty good by Adeptus Aestheticus. I'm honestly more psyched for the Latara Sarin than Angron. A lot of us felt this way. Another new Primarch mini, what's new? But she needed a mini for far too long, and she's one of the best characters in the Horus Heresy. I completely agree with that. I think this model is a 10 out of 10. and it is absolutely needed. Now it's time for the bad. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with the pose itself. Masked Rider Chris said, yeah, the pose could have been way more dynamic. I'm not even a Warhammer player, and I think it looks, well, goofy. I would say this is a very static pose. He's just standing there.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
And then we go and we see Angron here. This is one of the first, if not the first, Primarchs made that GW did, and this is just such an awesome pose. I absolutely love this. It is so dynamic. He is just running through here. The Marines just look like they're flying off. I absolutely love this model. And I would say that this still holds up with the newer models that we see today. Now it is time to talk about the width and the T-Rex arms. Many of you guys said MSA Bondanza. He looks like a fat barrel. The old one was more intimidating. Cooking with the God of Obscurity. Slightly concerning name. Ah, so he has a comically wide build. Shame that the Blood Angel is on the base and is not shown off much. Thank you. I agree. Sloopy said the old 40k Angron. This one just looks like a skinny and sick, like he's drowning in an oversized t-shirt, and the weapons are twigs compared to the old one. With it being kind of pointy like that, I can see they look like twigs. I really appreciate this one from Sloopy though. So I tested something at his widest and the chest is bigger than its arms. I really appreciate that picture. That one made me laugh. Not gonna lie. But one thing is this pose is really not giving any justice. It's really making him look like a white boy. And you look at it like, yeah. But I went ahead and I took a snippy tool and I got a screenshot. And I believe that he looks like he has T-Rex arms because of the pose. For one, this is just so busy that it's making him just look thicker than he actually is. If they just remove this, I think we'd get a different look. Also, I would go ahead and just remove that corn symbol right there because I don't think he can actually bend. Like, that would be in the way. Next is, it's like his arms are like back. Like that, making them actually look smaller than it should. So if you really look at this, his chest is probably something kind of like this. And then his arms are actually going back like that. Right? So I believe this is why he looks like he has T-Rex arms, is that this is just a bad pose. And maybe we'd have a way different look at it if we saw it in person, and it would look more proportional. But yeah, it does just look weird in this picture, and it does look better in the trailer, which we see here. Oh, and there's no armor on the back. It's just bare. And we see all of that armor on the mini, like it's just covered in it. And then on the back, it's just, I don't like that. Now it's time for the ugly. The wings are bad. It looks like it was thrown on last minute. This is like the centerpiece, and then this was just thrown on. And it's just covered in holes. Like there's barely any wings left. and it's just all cut off. Like, there is no way, even without his armor, unless his bones are as light as a bird, that he is taking off. There's no way that this boy is flying. But on the 40K model, this looks like it's a part of him. It looks like it's a part of the model itself. And like I showed earlier, this looks more similar to the Horus Heresy one that is in the actual book art. Yeah. And this would make it extremely difficult to transport, which makes it just not really realistic for tabletop. And for some of you guys, you say, that's okay, because this is just a centerpiece, right? Especially for a Primarch. But for a lot of you guys, you want to play with this on the tabletop, and transporting these things would be really, really difficult. So in all sense, I just don't think this model makes a whole lot of sense, even though I still kind of like it. Remember, it's heresy not to like and subscribe to this video. And if you want to partake in discussions like this, then join the Discord. The link is in the description below. It's under the Council of Guardsmen, and I want to hear your voice. And remember, if you want even more content, check out my gaming channel at Nuka, Kitten Gaming. Bye!